everybody. Welcome back to the Playline Stat Prediction Show. Once again, my name is Matthew Brucker. I hope you guys did well last night. Also seems that someone happened to win the $1 million on the $1 million slate game last night, which is very, very impressive. I honestly don't know how or where he came up with 9 points for Dennis Schroeder or 13 points for Kristaps Porzingis, but congratulations, man. That's really something. The odds of predicting a perfect lineup are very, very, very difficult. So what we'll go ahead and do is go ahead and start off with Joel Embiid, and once again I'll be starting out with the $1 million slate contest for today. Features Joel Embiid, Damian Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, DeMarcus Cousins, Kyrie Irving, Paul George, and Victor Oladipo. I also would like to thank Michael Bisping for the opportunity to play Playline. I really enjoy it, and Playline as well, so thank you very much. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll start out with Joel Embiid, who is playing the Thunder tonight. So the Thunder have Steven Adams, who is an okay defender. I am expecting a bigger game from Joel Embiid. It seems as when they play, good teams that seem like they're going to have a lot of viewers. On the bright lights, that Joel Embiid usually has a nice game. So he's averaging 23.7 points per game on the season. I'm expecting anywhere between 23 to 28 points for Joel Embiid tonight. He has been dealing with a sore back as of late, so I'd also want to keep an eye on that as well. So yeah, between 23 to 28 points for tonight's game against the Thunder for Joel Embiid is what I'm predicting for my play line. Next, we have Damian Lillard. The Trailblazers are playing the Magic. Damian Lillard is averaging 26.3 points per game. He has been dealing with a sore ankle as of late. He has scored 30 or more in 6 of his last 9 games. And for Damian Lillard, I'm expecting anywhere between 28 to 32 points. He's been right up in that area, a lot recently. If you take a look at his recent games, he's been around, the 29 to 30 mark. So anywhere between 28 to 32 for Damian Lillard is where I'm going to predict my play line for him. Next, we have DeMar DeRozan averaging 23.7 points per game on this season. The Raptors are playing the Nets tonight. I have noticed DeMar is becoming a more all-around player. Same with a lot of different basketball players this season. The NBA is changing in front of our eyes. He did fail to score 20 for the first time in 6 games. His last game played. They are playing a bad team, the Nets, and the Raptors are a good team. My play line, I'm expecting anywhere between 21 to 26 points. So anywhere between 21 to 26 for DeMar DeRozan should be a pretty good play line for tonight. Next, we have DeMarcus Cousins versus the Nuggets. Now, DeMarcus Cousins averaging 26.1 points per game on the season. He has been scoring a lot more recently with Anthony Davis out. Something I would certainly monitor is the status of Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis does play, I would predict DeMarcus Cousins anywhere between 19 to 24 points. But if he's not, I would predict him between 23 to 28 points. So I would certainly want to keep an eye on the status of Anthony Davis for tonight's game. Cousins has been on a tear as of late. He's been hitting his threes. So, between 23 to 28 points without Davis is certainly feasible for DeMarcus Cousins. Next, we have Kyrie Irving. They are playing the Jazz tonight. Kyrie Irving is averaging 24 points per game. He has been dealing with injuries as of late. I also want to check the status of Horford's injury as well. But I'm expecting Kyrie Irving to score anywhere between 22 to 28 points. If Al Horford is not playing, I would want to be between around 24 to 28. So just keep an eye on the status of Al Horford. So that way, you can have a sufficient play line for Kyrie Irving for tonight's slate. Next, we have Paul George versus the Sixers. Paul George is averaging 20.3 points per game on the season. Paul George is shooting a career low percentage this season, same with the other 3 Oklahoma City Thunder players. If you actually look at it, the 3 Oklahoma City Thunder players, out of all players in the league with at least 15 shots or more, the big 3 of Oklahoma City are the bottom 3 in the league. So they really need to get something going there. I'm not really sure how they're going to end up. I'm not sure if they're going to end up wanting to trade Paul George or what's going to end up happening. But yeah, it's really shocking what's going on there in Oklahoma. So I'm expecting anywhere between 18 to 23 points for Paul George tonight against the Sixers. Sixers are a decent team, so if you want to go a little higher than 18, if you want to go between 20 to 23 points, that's completely fine as well. But yeah, I'll expect my play line to be between 18 to 23 points for Paul George this evening. And last but not least, on the $1 million slate game, we have Victor Oladipo, who is having a career year. He's playing very, very well. Looks comfortable with the Pacers. The guy seems very happy, and I love and I'm very happy to see him flourishing. With the Pacers this year, he's averaging 24.3 points per game. For his play line, I would expect anywhere between 22 to 27 points tonight. That certainly is very feasible. So we also have one more contest for tonight that I'll go ahead and discuss with you guys. We have the double up, the giant double up. I believe it has 800 players. I tend to do very well in the double ups. I always place really low. I always am within the half mark of at least winning the dollar. So tonight's contest features Giannis Antetokounmpo, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. So we'll go ahead and start with Giannis for his point total. He has been scoring much more as of late. He started out the season very hot, kind of simmered down a little bit, but now he's starting to pick it back up again. So I'm expecting between 29 to 35 points for Giannis this evening. I'm also expecting between 9 to 13 rebounds and between 3 to 7 assists for Giannis for tonight's game. Next we have James Harden. And if you notice, he kind of has lightened the scoring load a little bit lately after, blowing up and scoring 35, 39, 47, in a few games. He really went off. So I'm predicting his play line anywhere between 29 to 34 points for his point total. His rebound total between 4 to 8 rebounds, and his assist between 7 and 11. So that's what I'm predicting for James Harden tonight. And then we have Russell Westbrook, who shot very terribly last night, shot 3 for 17. He's having a very, very poor season. His numbers are always there, but if you really look into it, he's not, he's shooting a very bad percentage. The Thunder are a mess. I do expect a little bit of a bounce back game from Russell Westbrook tonight. So I am expecting anywhere between 21 to 27 points for the scoring, between 7 and 11 rebounds, and between 8 to 12 assists for Russell Westbrook tonight. And also, I've been on Twitter. I've been noticing, other people's ideas as to how they're getting their scoring totals and whatnot. I came across at Wallen Funk on Twitter. That's WALLENFUNK. He came out with an algorithm that is, pretty decent for player scoring totals, rebound totals, assist totals. He also has a website if you want to go check that out. That is therotodojo.com. Once again, TheRotodojo.com. playline.com. So yeah, if you want to get over there and check that out, and I certainly wish you guys all luck in tonight's game. I also want to congratulate the $1 Million winner once again. Congratulations. I also want to thank Bisping and Playline once again. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and good luck on tonight's games.